When her husband is arrested, she is forced by her husband's boss to take over his business, a drug trafficking business. Now left with no choice, she must protect her family, even if it demands a life. Welcome to Sin, an action-packed drama now streaming on Prime Video. Meet Tosin, also known as Sin, once a reality TV sweetheart, now a housewife with a designer wardrobe, two adorable kids, and a rich real estate mogul husband, Gideon Shina. Life's all glitz and glamour until her big night, a grand opening for Club Sin, a birthday gift from Gideon that screams, "I love you." Aww. But hold up, the party pops off, and so do the handcuffs. DEA agents crash the scene, slapping cuffs on Jide for drug trafficking and distribution. Tosin was stunned. She's reeling, thinking, my husband of 8 years, the father of my 2 kids, a drug lord. No, this has to be a mix-up. She's desperate for answers. She storms the holding cell, screaming, "Tell me this isn't true." Jide, as cool as a cucumber, but sweating on the inside, can't spill the beans. I mean, what could he possibly say? Oh, hey babe, I forgot to mention, I'm part of an elite drug cartel called the Consortium. You know, now we ship from Brazil and run all of West Africa. Of course not. That wouldn't have gone down well. Plus, he can't snitch, not to her and not to the police. Because in the Consortium, snitches don't just get stitches, they get their families buried 6 feet under. So, he does the only thing he thinks can protect her. Madam, divorce me, leave, forget I exist. But as the guards drag him off, she's left wondering, is this man on drugs? You just gifted me a whole club on my birthday, and now you're asking for a divorce? This isn't adding up, not at all. But Tosin listens. She signs the papers, cuts all ties, keeps the house and the club, thankfully still in her name, and tries to pick up the pieces. Club Sin will open again. She'll rebuild. How hard could it possibly be? Oh, she had no idea what was coming. One night, she returns home to meet the associates of the Consortium, uninvited and unwanted. While her kids sleep upstairs, strangers were lurking downstairs, and one man in the shadows named Blaq delivers the bombshell. Jide owed them $15 million from the busted shipment. And guess what? Debt, just like an STD, is transferable. So now she owes them too. They want Tosin, yes, housewife Tosin, to step into Jide's shoes and run their international drug syndicate. She goes, me? I mean, I just learned about your existence like 5 minutes ago. But Blaq isn't joking. He introduces her new team. Shadow, her personal driver / boogeyman, and Leo, who is about to give her a crash course in drug dealing 101. Oh, and Club Sin is now the perfect front for their distribution game. Blaq, who's the overseer, only pops up when things go south, like betrayal level south. Before she could say, my brothers, I'm more of a Love Island kind of girl, not El Chapo. They vanish like smoke. Oh, and I almost forgot. Don't forget to like this video. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe. It really helps YouTube recommend this video to more movie lovers. Now, where were we? So they weren't done with Tosin. Oh, no. With Jide locked up and his network in shambles, the drug market's wide open, and rival crews are circling like vultures. Those bold enough to step in, they're getting taken out faster than you can say, bad idea. So, Blaq wants her to prove that she's got the guts to run their operation. Her initiation? Let's just say it's not a handshake with a staff ID card. He wants her to take out a rival. It's do or die. Succeed and she's in. Fail and it's lights out for her and her kids. Talk about sinister. This isn't the reality show she signed up for. Tosin hesitated, with her hands trembling, heart sprinting. She wasn't built for this. This isn't her. So, in a final act of defiance, she turned the gun on Blaq. But even as twisted as he was, she couldn't pull the trigger, couldn't bring herself to do the world one small favor. Blaq smirked, weakling. You have no place in my business. And just as he turned his back to her, bang, the gun fired. And Blaq, oh, he smiled. That wicked little smile of someone who just got what he wanted. Tosin was in her first kill. Meanwhile, DEA agents Yusuf and Jackson are grilling Jide in lockup, trying to crack his silence. They've tied him to a senator's death, an associate of his, but Jide's lips are sealed tighter than a vault, refusing to give up his supplier. Smart move, because snitches don't last long in this game. Case in point, Spider, the guy who ratted Jide out, gets stabbed in prison, so Jide is playing it safe, keeping his family out of the consortium's crosshairs. Back at club scene, it's a grand reopening night, and the place is buzzing like a hive. Tosin's drug-addicted brother and the club manager are holding it down, while Shadow, her chauffeur, whisks her off to a meeting that's anything but casual. She's introduced as the new head of distribution to the heavy hitters of the 6 geopolitical zones. Call it the G6. Okay, sorry, I'll see myself out. But not everyone is thrilled about a housewife turned kingpin. One guy, next in line for the throne, swears he would rather die than report to her. Oh, Shadow's like, bet. And well, that wish got granted very, very fast. Tosin's stomach churns. She's in too deep, and the bodies keep piling up. I'm sure in her head she's thinking, brother, na so na they do for you. The club's packed that night, but it's not just the music drawing the crowd. The consortium's new drug, Nova, is the real star, flowing through club scene like buff at a child's birthday party. It's a repackaged version of Jide's old product, Nirvana, but deadlier. Addicts start dropping like flies, and the DA's radar pings. Even Jide, still in custody, has no clue about this new strain. That's when the Interpol agents, Bishop and Jean, join the DEA to hunt the supplier. They show Jide a photo of a man named Joseph Idalo, and his poker face cracks. Why? Because Joseph Idalo is Blaq, the real puppet master, the one behind the senator's murder. But Jide refused to identify him. Now, it turns out that Blaq wasn't always the devil in designer suits. He was once a CIA informant planted in the syndicate, but he fell for Mbasa's daughter, the syndicate's head honcho. When Mbasa found out about the romance and the baby on the way, he flipped Blaq. Choiceless, he made him the guard dog of the family empire. Jide, he's terrified, and rightfully so. He kept his mouth shut all this while, not out of loyalty, but survival. And now, Blaq has moved on to Tosin. The DEA agent, Jackson, corners Tosin, dropping Blaq's name, and just like Jide, she freezes. Jackson slides her his card before leaving with Agent Jean, but Leo, who had seen them come and leave, is suspicious of her, but she brushes it off. Let's just say he wouldn't be watching her with both eyes closed anymore. At this point, Jide connects the dots. He knows Tosin is neck deep in Blaq's world, paying off his $15 million debt. Desperate to save her, he's ready to cut a deal with the DEA. Whatever they need, he'll spill. Names, dates, the whole shebang. He was ready. So, he arranges for Tosin to meet Yusuf and Jackson in the bathroom of a friend's restaurant and go over the plan to catch Blaq. But it's not enough. They need Jide's full testimony. And because this is Niger, and the courtroom is just another chessboard, the judge insists on hearing Jide's case in person. Interpol can't stop it. Politics are now involved. Big mistake. On their way out of court, Blaq's goons ambush them. Shots ring out, and Jide takes a bullet. Dead. Tosin, waiting in the court garage, gets snatched by Shadow and dragged to Blaq. He tells her Jide's betrayal got him killed, and if Tosin has any bright ideas as well, the consortium's all-seeing eye will know. Welcome to the fold, he sneers. Tosin screams, her heart breaking into pieces. But what choice does she have? This is her life now, a queen pin in a game she never wanted to play. And with that, we reach the brutal end of part 1 of Sin, First Blood, directed by Yemi Morafa and Dimeji Ajibola, now streaming on Prime Video. But the story is not over. Part 2, Sin, Total Blackout, drops on August 22. And if the first chapter is anything to go by, well, buckle up. Now, if I'm being honest, this film felt like a documentary for a drug awareness campaign with a high body count. A few characters feel like they're playing in a different movie. And let's not even start on those dramatic monologues.
We have to learn everything there is to know about them.
They sounded like slideshow presentations read out loud at a PTA meeting. Now that's a wrap for today's video. Let me know what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap that bell so you never miss a worthy recap. Until next time, on Worthy of Recap.